Hi everyone, the purpose of this short video is to explain how to build a widget in Twitter that will allow you to copy and paste code over to your blog that will display your most recent tweets. Some of you have figured out that that might already exist in the theme that you picked for your blog. For example, some WordPress themes or Weebly themes let you link Twitter to your blog. But not everybody has gone that route. So I do want to cover how to show tweets as feeds in your blog. It's really easy to do. So the first thing you need to do is to go to twitter.com and log in. And then in the top right-hand corner, you will see your settings. Click your profile and the button settings. From here, you can do all sorts of things to your blog, but we're really just looking at widgets today. So click on the bottom one, widgets. And I currently have no widget, so I'll click Create New. And from here, you can do all sorts of things, customizing, and really, I just want my recent tweets displayed. So I put in my Twitter handle. I will exclude replies. I don't really need those like comments I've said back to other people displayed. And I will auto-expand photos. The height, I would leave the default at 600 and just see if you like it. And the theme, you simply pick from light or dark, depending really on your blog. My blog is almost all white, so I'm going to go back to light. The last button is it's simply if you want to opt out tailoring of Twitter. Twitter, based on the websites that you visit, it will send you suggestions of people to follow. So I'm just going to leave mine as it is. I won't click opt out. It doesn't bother me. And then I will click create a widget. Okay, so now this is what it's going to look like. It will be anything I've retweeted and my most recent tweets, including photos. As you can see, it has added in those pictures. So there is some text here that I need, actually code. So I can barely see it here, so I'm going to right-click, select all, right-click, copy. And now let's go over to my blog. Let's see. So here's my blog. And I'm going to scroll up here, and I need to go to widgets. So the hard part with all these blogs is nobody's buttons are all in the same place. Even in WordPress, I'm noticing that depending on what version of WordPress you're using or how you got into your settings, I'm using a very different version of WordPress than most of you are, so mine doesn't look like yours. So from now, these steps aren't going to be cookie cutter. Basically, when you get into your blog, you're looking for widgets. So I'll click widgets, and there might already be a widget for Twitter feeds. Yeah, actually, I'm pretty lucky. On my blog, I see something here that just might work. Twitter updates displays your latest Twitter updates. Part of this, it's part of the plugin that I have with this blog. But I'm going to pretend like I don't have that. So I'm going to click text. Now in my theme, I get to decide where this needs to go. So I will just, to pick something, I'll pick left sidebar and click add widget. And I don't put anything in the title because I know that the code will reveal what it is. So I'm just going to right click, paste, and that's my code. Now I don't change code because I don't know code unless, you know, I see I could change this type of, this is just text. If I want to say tweets by Jessica, that's not harmful, but I never touch anything inside these carets. If you know code, go for it. But if you're like me and you don't know a lot of code, I know some HTML, but not enough where I should go messing around with much JavaScript and things like that. So I'm going to leave all this alone and I'm just going to see what happens. I'll click Save. Now it's time to go see what does this look like. So I'm going to right click, open in a new tab, and go look at my blog on the user side. So I need to refresh this here. Now mine happens to not look right because I put it on the left-hand side. And if you notice, does my blog have a left-hand side? No, it doesn't. So I'm going to move this text box over to the right sidebar. So I'm just going to grab onto this and go throw it over on the right. So you can kind of see, I'm glad this happened actually, because you can see how easy it is to move and customize things in your blog. So, okay, I think I've got that right. Now it's on my right side, and I'll click refresh. Aha. Now you're seeing my most recent tweets show up on the right side of my blog. Now in my case, on my blog, I don't like how this looks because it makes my page really long. Like all of my stuff, my connections, I've got all sorts of buttons leading to my social media outlets, my visitor map, my categories, my Fidget. It's kind of a lot. So if I were to do this again, I would probably set up my blog so I had left and right columns. Or if I didn't want to do that, I would try to get rid of some of this stuff or consider putting some of it down here in the footer. If you noticed in my blog, I have the ability to put things in the footer. If you have that too, or you want that, you would need to put it in the footer and it shows up down here. All right, so just to recap, I went into Twitter, the settings button, and I clicked widgets. And I already built one here, so I would click create new, customize it, click create widget, and you have your code. So this code gets pasted into your widget. If you have any questions, you can always search for how to install Twitter widget on a Weebly or on a Tumblr, on a, well, you probably wouldn't do it on Tumblr, on WordPress, Edublogs, whatever it is. Googling is very effective. You could also do a shout out on Twitter. Email me, talk to me in class, or give me a phone call. Good luck.